Hello everybody, welcome to Instantgo Tarot Odyssey. How is everybody? I just wanted to come on and say hello in person and just show my gratitude for you guys for all your beautiful comments. I was reading them last night and this morning. They're so heartfelt. Today I'm taping this briefly. I don't even know if it's my 27th or my 28th wedding anniversary. Terrible at math. I looked on Facebook last year, I posted 27th, so that could quite possibly be my 28th. We just had a really lovely walk, and I like to utilize that energy afterward to make videos, because when I see all the beautiful birds in the water and we're in the nature center, it's a different kind of flow state. And this is what I want this reading to be about, because I thought this is a really interesting and deep kind of premise. There is our passive conscious feeling, which is about future, waiting, constraints, fear, isolation, reaction, all of that, right? And that comes up when we're not consciously choosing to direct our thoughts. Now, active conscious will brings us to doing, options, change, attraction, courage, interaction, building, and all of that. So it's sort of that thing where our mind decides, listen, I'm not going to go on some old kind of like remake pattern of doing the same thing and rehashing the same feelings, having the same responses, behaving in the same way, badly or indifferent or whatever that is, because that's oftentimes what happens with passive conscious feeling. We just go with that, and it can be very fear-based, can be very pack mentality. But when we move over to our active will, we're saying, well, we have a choice. We always have a choice. We can slow down. We can focus on how we're feeling, how we're responding, and how we're behaving, because this is all about freedoms and not having inhibitions, feeling like more purpose, pleasure, beauty, similarity, all of that, where it's like we're fusing all the good things together that make us look forward to things that help us integrate our true self and get on that life path. Because it's all about, I think I came to this premise because last night I was overwhelming my mind. I was thinking, I need to do this, package up that, advertise that, get this going and all of that. And I was like, what are you thinking right now that could slow everything down, and go do that? So I literally did. I just got out of bed. I started breathing deeply. I went and I sat out and I started playing with the cats and relaxing and having present moment awareness, which is so, so important. Because, oh, and I'll show you what else I made last night. I'll put one on. I've been making these in all different colors and I'm obsessed. This is another thing that helps me greatly, is just inventing and creating. And I made these fairy wing earrings last night. I started with blue pairs and then I moved over to purple, and there's greens and yellows and rainbows. So I was really excited that removed me out of the headspace of anxiousness. So I feel like see, fairy wings, whenever we can bring our best foot forward to get out of that headspace that's negative or pressurizing us and go into a creative mode and a flow, it's very liberating. Like today when we just went on our nature walk, my mind was already ticking in tonight and the things I thought I had to do. And I was like, whoa, whoa, whoa. You are in your favorite place with the most beautiful vistas of oceans and nature centers and birds, and you're thinking about what you have to package and do. It spoils the moment when we are out of present moment awareness. So wherever you are, if you're witnessing any kind of beauty, I only like to remove myself and go in another time when I'm witnessing something that's unpleasant, like people being hostile or you're, in a constricted area. But when you're out in nature, say, look where you are, smell those smells, look at those visuals, feel that breeze, all of that, and pull yourself in. And that is definitely active conscious will, saying, I'm going to enjoy this moment. I'm going to be present right now. I am not going to jump and obligate myself to the future and be a prisoner to that, right? That is definitely passive conscious feeling. I have to do, I have to produce, I have to be there. So this is all about freedom from that. And we're going to find out through the cards how Spirit is going to help you along with that and little steps you can take. It's just like through the power of suggestion. It's almost like mental affirmations for ourselves to go, hey, I have done this a million times and it doesn't get me in a free thinking, creative, happy, mellow place. So I'm going to try A, B, and C, and we're going to see what the cards suggest for each of that. So thanks, you guys. Again, I just want to come on and say thank you. You guys, it means the world to me that you guys not only watch my videos, but then you take the time to comment, and then you come see me on Instagram. And if you haven't, you guys, please come over to Instagram. I do weekly giveaways, and this week is Off the Hook. It's White Fire Topaz. It's a necklace, it's a ring, and it's a bracelet, a tennis bracelet Really, really gorgeous set. And every week I have these. It's my way to give back and connect with you guys. And I also do direct sales of any of my jewelry too, and you save, because then you don't have to pay the shipping and the taxes. I just do it direct off of there, so that helps as well. So yeah, and we have just fun, you know, daily posts and memes and stuff of that nature that is uplifting. Anything that goes on my channel over there is meant to like raise our vibration and make us feel lighter and brighter and freer, because goodness knows that passive consciousness tries to always creep in there and obligate us to things that we've set a pattern to do before, habitual things, but they're no longer necessary. They're just not. And when we free ourselves from that, we always find a better, smoother way. And we can also make things that we once thought were a chore or hardship into a fun meditation. Like, I loathe dishes, but now if I'm just listening to music while I'm doing it and looking out my window, a whole different way to participate in that, right? Than just standing there and like commiserating with the dishes, how tough life is. So we choose to see things through our perspective. So we're getting new perspectives. And I'm really, really excited. October 1st, I definitely am doing all attempts to go live, because that's the first full moon of October. And then there's another one on Halloween, October 31st. So it's going to be off the charts. Awesome. So thanks, you guys. Enjoy the video. Hello, everybody. Welcome to Indigo Tarot Odyssey. How is everybody? Thanks so much for watching my little intro. And I really felt this was an important topic, and to see if we can get some answers what's going on with this passive conscious feeling. Because when I kept doing that the other day, I was in this future and waiting. I'm constrained. I have to wait for this to come in for me to feel better. I have to wait till later in the day for me to feel better. It was a really kind of fear-based mindset. Like, I'm just deciding to feel terrible right now until I can get what I need later on, whatever it is, you know, that constant searching. And instead of that, you know, implementing that active conscious will, what can I do next? It's going to make me feel good. I always have options. Moods always change. I'm going to attract the things that I want. And by initiating that, I started to feel immediately better. So anytime that we're just feeling stuck, go to whatever makes you feel uplifted and positive. It can be the smallest thing, a beautiful cup of tea, sitting out on your porch, calling a friend, whatever it is. Move a muscle, change a thought. We have to kind of retaliate against that passive consciousness, like, oh, you know, I have to get up. People tend to do this when they're getting up in the morning to work too, like, oh my God, I have to work. I never say I have to do anything, because that doesn't help me. That connotates that you don't have a choice, right? I have to go to work. I have to go to court. I have to go to jail, right? That's what have to sounds like. How about I get to go participate. I get to go make some dollars. I get to go be creative, all of that. It's a different mindset altogether. So let's see what our choices are today. We have 3 cards. One is, there isn't a soul on the planet who doesn't crave your approval. Give yourself much more credit. You'll find what you seek. And I'll let you make your choice, and then we'll see what's going on. Because I have to say, universe is consistently sending me messages. Mel, don't get in some kind of dour mind frame. Because I'm somebody, I'm at that age where it's like I don't have the stamina. I used to work out constantly. And when I was working towards my black belt, I remember especially, like, nothing made me tired. I could literally work out from sunup to sundown, go to 2 sessions of martial arts a day, not get tired. And so when I start that thing, like, oh, I can only walk a couple miles and then I'm so tired and then I feel like I need a nap and I start to feel sorry for myself, I'm like, yo, girl, you're not 20, you're not 30. Let's get things in perspective. How lucky are you that A, you don't have a terminal illness, you don't have something that sidelines you from exercising altogether, like arthritis or some problem like that. So then I get back on the gratitude roll, and that's what we have to do. That is what active conscious will is. We have options, we can change, we attract good things. Let's have courage, interaction with life, building, creating, living, all of that. And seizing the power of now and being able to do that. So let's start with number 1. So let's read into this for a sec. There isn't a soul on the planet who doesn't crave your approval. This is saying I'm going to flip it over too so you can have this. The only difference between a friend and a foe is that you've decided where love can grow. Ho! But this is saying that there are people out there, no matter how much they seem like they have, how much their act is together, they still want that smile, that sense of approval, that like, that whatever. You know, why do you think people are constantly posting themselves in outfits and bathing suits at places? It's like, do you approve of this? Do you like this outfit? Do you find me attractive? All of that. So many people really crave approval, but we have to learn that it is an internal job. When we feel good about ourselves, we feel that we look fine. When we feel good about ourselves, we know our behavior is on the up and up, all that. We don't have to ask somebody, right? So let's see what else is going on. Oh, I love this. So you glow, we beam. I love this. So in case anyone should ask, your heart isn't so large because of your wings. It's your wings that are so large because of your heart. Sometimes loving so much can be pretty heavy. Thanks for all you've shared, the universe. So you guys, this saying too that when we feel happy and we carry that energy into a room and, you know, we change the ambiance, we change the temperature of it. We're deciding, hey, we belong here, you know, and we take responsibility for what we say and how we behave. And we try to constantly bring that vibration up. Happy thoughts, happy deeds, nice words. You look great. It's wonderful to see you. I'm so proud. A, B, and C. All of this, all these things that uplift and positivity, and they get that vibration going. And again, that is active conscious will, because passive conscious feeling is, it's kind of like criticizing, looking, imitating, isolation, reaction, repulsing, constraints, all of those things that are the opposite of what we want, right? We want this attraction, interaction, action, doing, and feeling connected. That is our active conscious will. And you're really bringing that good energy with you and trying to lift and make others feel good too. So let's get another message for you right now. Let me hold it up close for you. Release heartache, grief, and sorrows of past relationships. Encourage lightheartedness and joy, and restore the balance of confidence and emotions. Yeah, now how we have to do this, and it's self-talk, it's inner dialogue. Hey man, you've got this. I'm capable. This is, I think, why I personally can get through anything. Like if I sign up for something and I think it's major, like when I was doing the studies for Yale and I knew I had to go up there, it was an all-day process and it was a bunch of stuff and, you know, all different chit chats with all kinds of doctors and fun stuff, you know, just neat stuff. But yeah, it was something that I was like, oh, I'm also claustrophobic. So like during one of the tests, as I've talked about before, you know, I had to be in a machine where I wasn't supposed to move for like 45 minutes so they could check all brain activity and stuff like that. But I convinced myself I really want to do this. It helps science. I'm excited. I get to talk to about a bunch of cool rockin' people. You know, this is research. It's fantastic. It's a great institution. So all of that, as opposed to, ooh, I don't really like staying still in a machine for 45 minutes. I convinced myself it was going to be like a little mind rest. I could go into Fantasyland, start developing and, you know, making jewelry in my head, all of that. So when we do that, we have to realize, encourage this lightheartedness and joy too in our life, instead of everything seeming like it's a task or we have to produce or go and work. The heaviness that can befall people. Like the other morning I was just thinking how lucky I am, no lie, because we watch TV, right, where people are inundated with so many hardships because of their families. They get calls from jail, they get calls from juvenile detention centers, they get called from neighbors or relatives that always want to borrow money, or they're just constantly harassed in life. And I thought, I don't have any of that, and how lucky am I that I don't have that. I am not waiting for that knock on the door. I'm not waiting for that constant phone call of A, B, and C, oh, your uncle, your whatever, like some of these people endure. I'm so lucky that I'm free of that when I do get communications, it's very happy and upbeat and good news. So just think of that too. And also know that we don't have to do anything immediately. If you get an email, if you get some communication, you don't have to answer right away. You don't have to be there for everybody all the time. You should have your space, lightheartedness, and joy in your life, which means carving out your own sacred space and having boundaries and saying, well, thank you very much, but I don't really want to participate, rescue, and or contribute to that at this time. And you don't have to, right? I don't care, friends, relatives, whatever, if they're constantly needy in this place, you have the right to just put that on Control, Alt, Delete. And again, restore the balance of confidence and emotions by saying, I can do this. It's just a moment in time. I love that that saying. I remember Kimmy Schmidt? She was always like, anybody can do anything for 8 seconds. So when you're enduring something that's unpleasant, count to 8. You realize you survived that. You can count to another 8, so on and so forth, and really work through anything, right? And also I feel like we also don't have to participate and engage in anything that brings us low. If we have people gossiping and being gnarly around us and we don't want to deal with that, we simply excuse ourselves. We're like, excuse me, I have to get some work done, whatever it is. Anything that makes us feel icky or heavy, we just don't have to participate in. And then you're just kind of like cosmically moving through in a nice, smooth rhythm. So that's you, group one. Love to you. If you're new to my channel, welcome. Don't forget to press like and subscribe if you like this video. And all my links are down below. Every single thing. My Etsy store, my private reads, all my stuff. Come over to Instagram and join in. I'd love to see you over there. And you can win some free jewelry every week. Love it. I'm really excited for you guys. Yeah, you know, it's like, remember, we all carry an energy and we're responsible for it. And when we do things in a loving way, it just sets the tempo in a really nice direction. Okay, so now we're on to number 2. Give yourself much more credit. Absolutely celebrate those small wins, because again, in passive conscious feeling, we've got to keep going. We feel fearful, we feel isolation, we're reacting, we feel like it's never enough, we feel like we don't have what it takes to make big change. But absolutely a little self-determination and celebrating those little wins is what's doing it too. Everything isn't supposed to be a banner day where, you know, you win some epic win, like you're not the Nobel Prize. We don't have to wait for stuff of that degree. How about you just didn't eat a box of cookies today because you opened them and you were hungry and you had self-control? Celebrate that you have some determination. Celebrate that you sat down and wrote a chapter in your book. Sat down that you wrote a few affirmations because you're trying to guide yourself in a better, healthier direction. Celebrate with anything, you know, get yourself a little treat from the store, from Amazon, a little snack, whatever it is. Mine is definitely, I'm going to go outside. Like I definitely reward myself with a cup of coffee. I sit outside, nothing, no devices, nada. I just wait for the turkeys, the elephants, the antelope, and the whole freaking Noah's Ark to show up in my yard so I can observe them. If I have all my devices, I'm not seeing the blue jays, the cardinals, just everything that shows up the second I go out there, moonbeams, and that's my reward. I get to just have a cup of coffee and see all this beauty. So remember, give yourself credit for what you're doing. I love this. You might not know, but you will. So you might not know now the direction that you're headed, the results that are going to come of it. But guess what? You're going to start to get messages, divine messages. You're going to get a feeling. You're going to get this kind of like, you're going to initiate certain things for your better life path. You may not know what that is right now. You may not know what courses you want to add on at school. You may not know if the job you're in is really meant for you long term. You may not know if the person you're with is a soulmate, but you will know. Don't drive yourself crazies with fear and doubt. Crazies with an S, the crazy daisies. Yeah, don't make yourself topple over with fear, regret, doubt, all of those low vibrational things. Just know that you'll know. And guess what? I love the mystery of things. I love not knowing how a product's going to turn out. That's why I'm always into those weird like allure beauty boxes and stuff. I want surprises showing up on my doorstep. I love to try something and be like, I actually got the greatest mascara in the history of the world. And if I can reach it, I'm going to show you guys. And again, I'm not paid for these things. I just want to share things. This came in it, and I've got to say, it's called Unleash by Wander Beauty. This stuff blows my mind. It's like you can keep reapplying it. It's silky and satiny, and it's just the best stuff I've ever had. It makes really great long lashes. You can keep, because I hate cakey, flaky, weird lashes, and that came in my last Allure box, and I'm like, yes. So again, you know, I love the prospect of finding out, and that's sort of where you're being guided and led to right now. You know, have life be an adventure. Have some uncertainty in there so you can have fun and discover things, because this is going to be a year of discovery for you guys. Group 2, anybody who's watching this is breakthrough times. We are dropping old emotional baggage from the past. We are totally shattering any past traumas and letting it go and bringing in this new thing. It's just like a revelation. I can have, do, be, and say whatever I want. Why am I censoring myself? And you're just going to blossom out of this cocoon and be like, I'm ready. Let's do this. And you're going to know what you need to know when the time comes, group 2. So I love that energy for you. If you guys are new to my channel, welcome. Don't forget to press like and subscribe. And all my links are down below if you guys need a private read or anything else. Come over to Instagram and get on all my jewelry giveaways. All right, I gotta have a brief pause and have a sip of water. It's incredible how when I got back from my walk, I was like sweating. I was so tired. I'm like, oh, I'm going to need a nap. I was like, well, why don't you just start looking at your cards and stuff. And I do this test for myself every time. And as soon as I start handling my cards and speaking and channeling, I can go from 0 right back up to 10 energy wise and emotionally wise. So any of you tarot readers or people that do things that inspire you, if you ever feel really low and you need to get in that higher gear, start doing what you love. Take your cards out, start reading, start channeling, take your artwork out, start doing that. And all of a sudden it's like a propulsion machine. It just gets you back on high vibe mode and you get to just clicks right in. Okay, guys. So now we're on number 3. You'll find what you seek. Absolutely. Have that strong imprinted belief system that what we are seeking is also seeking us. When we're looking for love, when we're looking for answers, when we're looking for creativity, when we're looking for that, we're setting that intention and that focus out into the universe. Therefore, that exact thing is moving towards us. So all we have to do is have continued focus and also the belief and gratitude like it's already here. If you're waiting for abundance or prosperity in the form of money coming in, checks, PayPal, whatever it is, act as if it's already arrived. Then you're living in that vibration. You have that, you're plugged into that knowing, and it's like a domino effect. It starts, we have our wish, we put it out there, we push the first domino, we act as if we already have it, we have that beautiful, joyful experience of receiving it, gratitude, right? The next domino, and it's all like an energetic, thin, ethereal ties that pull it all towards us. So know you're going to have that. This is a very specific message for a lot of you. You needn't worry. I know some of you guys right now are having health concerns with everything going on, not only COVID, but other things. And, you have concerns. You needn't worry. Everything, you are healing on a cellular level. Everything that you need is going to come in. Your imaginings are kind of these worst case scenarios that simply aren't true. Test results that are coming in, you're going to be nicely surprised for a lot of you guys, for family, friends, and yourself. And also you needn't worry about financial distress in the future, because I know the way that kind of like the feathers are landing, people are like, whoa, I don't know what I can trust long term. We're not meant to be shooting our concerns out too far into the future. What can we do today to bring in a steady stream of income, even if it's little fun things, temping at places, doing things, picking up a little extra work, because everything, is kind of like in a little upheaval and temporary state. So don't try to go long term. Oh, when am I going to be able to retire? How am I going to send my kid to college? All of that. Don't get in that lack mentality of money and over planning and bring stress in, because the stress will create blockages. You don't need to worry. Things are going to come about that are going to help you. That you have options is meaningful. Absolutely, rock on. This is when we get constricted, and this is definitely about a passive conscious feeling, because this is about fear, feeling isolated, being reactive, imitating other things instead of being original, letting things that are important die off, creativity, our focus on the good things, right? Where now this is about our will, our doing, our change, information, economy, peace, friends, family, collaboration, all of this. You're going to have so many options when you think, oh, I don't have any choice in that. A friend is going to come in and offer you more options. When you think there's something going on, in work that you're going to be at a standstill or laid off, there are going to be many more options that come in. There's collaborations coming in. There's always beautiful options out there. And when we're optimistic, we have our eyes open for those and we're tuned into those, and we tend to scoop those up because we're paying attention, right? And for some of you guys, yeah, things are not as they appear. Some of you guys right now, I know you have these fears that maybe your significant other is a wandering eye, or that they're tiring of you, or they're not interested, because it could be things of the nature that, it's just not, things aren't always just popping and, like lit. It's like if things can become a little bit more sedate, or there's more time in between the texts or whatever. Things are not as they appear. Some of these significant others, as well as family members, friends, whoever that you kind of have this suspicious eye on, they are going through some things and working through that. But don't jump to the the worst case scenarios or conclusions, because that's simply not true. And a lot of people are trying to surprise you. So don't get nosy in what's going on, because I feel like that's coming up. Somebody really wants to do something nice for you, like get you a car, pay for something big for you, do something, take you someplace. So any kind of sneaky behavior is not because it's negative. It's actually a surprise aspect that's really coming through really strongly for a lot of you guys. So beautiful energy. Again, remember, you guys, we have freedom. Let's get rid of this ego and super ego. We want compassion. We want, just want to have some beautiful energy that lets us know and reminds us that we're capable of anything. Let's slow it all down and let's pay attention and live our lives in a beautiful coffee sipping, nature sitting way. We're not in this hellbent for leather New York pavement streets where we're jostling and jockeying for position and imitating and all of that. This is a open, free field where we get to choose our path, and we get to breathe, and we get to take our time, and we get to participate in things we want to participate, not anything we think we're obliged to do, right? So beautiful, beautiful energy, group 3. I love that for you. If you're new to my channel, welcome. Don't forget to press like and subscribe, and all my links are down below. If you guys want a private read or anything else, all my links are down there. And come over to Instagram and get in on all my giveaways. And thank you guys for your love and support and all your beautiful comments. It means the world to me. I'm not going to say who, but somebody said, I feel like me and my friend enjoy you. I'll say as much, but they might have put even more than Colette Baron Reed, which I almost stroked out, because I remember. It's funny, though, how we all change. Certain readers we definitely like to listen to, more and more. And then sometimes it's like they can seem, either they can get like a little too commercial or a little too sedate or doing the same thing, or things are too similar and all of that. And then we switch it up. But I definitely know for me, it's people's enjoyment of doing the reads. It's people's voice. I'm very sensitive to voices. So I like a really nice, peaceful, calm voice. And also the level of positivity in it, right? Where they're generating those good vibes and everything. So yeah, I mean, there's some tremendous, fantastic readers, but thank you for that compliment, you guys. It was absolutely, absolutely amazing. So love and light to you guys. I'm going to go upload.